and lived happily and joyfully with great appreciation. And I thank him because at this age, I have no health issue. And that's a great blessing, and I thank him every day. Of course, people don't plan to get sick. And so I'm really talking about, my blessing. And of course, I have many. One of them is to have known the great founder of this organization and the man for whom it's named. You should have, I hoped you all knew A.D. King. And Reverend Beasley, I must just recognize you for all the good work you've been doing. But A.D. Williams King was such a great man. He was always so pleasant, happy with a smile all the time, and always working with his brother. It was a beautiful relationship for two brothers working side by side. And Mrs. King, the last time I saw him, we were in Washington, D.C., and at the Hilton Hotel. And they closed the restaurant early because they didn't want to be bothered with us. We all look alike, which is the way I look. And in case you didn't know it, I'm African American. And we were hungry. We had been to an event and wanted to have a bite to eat. And most hotels, when they've got a group, they'll hold the restaurant open if people are hungry. Of course, it's business for them. And Mrs. King, he was not going to have that. And what we did is, it was kind of a masterful tactic. He had us all line up. Now, the man told us the restaurant was closed. But he said, A.D. said, line up everybody. And I was like, what are we getting ready to do now? But we lined up, and he took over, like the captain does. And they had a little rope there to keep us out. And A.D. King said, okay, come on, how many in your party? And seated us. Well, I was afraid we were going to be thrown out. But that was A.D. He just kind of took over and integrated us and made us a part of the evening when we weren't invited to be there. But that's the way he did. So I'm delighted tonight to be here with this A.D. King Foundation, and for you, Mrs. King, for keeping his name and his work alive. So let's give her. I've been kind of a self-imposed member of the King family since I've been in Atlanta. Dr. King brought me here, and one of the things he always advised us to do is integrate. So I did. I hired me a white woman, stand-up white woman. So I'm keeping his dream alive. Let's give Dr. Babs a yes. Maria takes care of me, and she went and told Dr. Babs. See, I I'm an early riser. I'm in my office every morning at 3:30 a.m. Because I find, he said, why? Well, I'm the boss, so I obviously. But I like to get organized. I like to think. And by the time the day starts, 8:30 or so, you get phone calls, you get distractions. And I don't do as much productively during the day as I do from 3 in the morning till 8:30. So I get my work done. But I've been up a long time. And I said, Maria asked me if we could move me up a little bit. I looked, we said, I was number 80. And I just almost fell asleep just looking at the program. And now, although I brag about being 31, after a while if I fall out, I'm really 85. I can stay up all night long and burn those candles. But let me just say that each of us can learn so much from each other. We learn first to appreciate people's talents, their accomplishments, their fortitude, and be strong even when you don't get it. Like a woman walked up to me and said, I don't like you. Well, I guess that people who don't like you just don't have people telling you to your face. So it was a big shock to say the least, but I asked her, I said, well, miss, I don't know you, but you know what? I like you already. Because I got people who run around with me, smile at me, they probably don't like me either, But I'm just so curious, why is it you don't like me? She said, because I'm jealous. And I said, why are you jealous of me? She said, well, the Trumpet Awards is such a spectacular event that I wish I had thought it up. And I said, oh, miss, if you take that evility out of your head and your heart, sit in the corner and commune with God and let Him come into your spirit, you may create something better. I thought it up. God gave me a brain, it just came out of my head. And so if people would just not bother with a whole lot of extra curricula, yes.
There you go.
We'd all be better off. And I'm grateful that we have a project, and I was just telling somebody, I was in the store this afternoon, and a lady walked over to me. And she's in Atlanta visiting this weekend for the holiday from Evansville, Indiana. And she recognized me, which people often do, and people said, don't they bother you? And I said, oh no, that doesn't bother me. I'm flattered and honored that whatever you're doing, people want to stop and say hello and take a picture with you. I can handle that. But she said to me just this afternoon that she had 2 boys, and they had watched the Trumpet Awards, and we had on the show that night the man who discovered I always have trouble with the filigrator. It's in the airport all over the world. Yep. That anybody thinks they're having a heart attack, you can get some help, not just black folk. Anybody. And those are the kind of contributions our people have been making, but we've been ignored because of racism and prejudice and bigotry. And so when he saw that this man had discovered something that was beneficial to all of humankind, he said to his father, Now I know I'm going to be something when I get big. And we have the International Civil Rights Walk of Fame where we've taken the shoes, the footprints. Thank you very much. Of men and women who have made significant contributions. Made a sidewalk, embedded it in concrete, bordered it in bronze, and we have a sidewalk called the International Civil Rights Walk of Fame. A permanent tribute for people who have made invaluable contributions to our society. God can give, if He gave it to me, He can give it to you. But I tell people all the time, don't be worried about what I do. Do something yourself. And I tell people all the time, a reporter asked me, how do you handle your bad days? And I said, I don't have that. He said, well, everybody has a bad day. I said, well, I thought you asked me about my bad day. And he said, well, explain it. I said, it's easy. When I wake up in the morning and realize I am she who is up, that is a good day. And I take that opportunity to make those moments count, try to do something for somebody else, because it feels good when you help other folk. Doesn't it, Reverend? Thank you for this honor. Thank you for the good work you all are doing. Thank you for keeping A.D. King alive through his work and through his name. I'm delighted with this honor. Thank you very much.